Hello everyone, this is Chris with Sticker Fab. Today we are finally going to replace that silver OEM emblem with a black emblem. Now these came on the first editions and I think the Wildtrak. This is a genuine OEM part that we have listed on our website. So if you're picking up something else today, please consider picking one of these up. I think you'll really like it. Let's turn this camera around and see what we're working with. So of course we have that emblem that I showed you. I do also have our Chemical Guys spray. It's a very high gloss detailing spray, but it doesn't really leave any residue. We're not adding like a layer of wax or anything in between our paint and whatever emblem we potentially mount on there, or whatever vinyl we potentially mount on there. I have a nice Chemical Guys microfiber cloth. We do have some cheap microfibers on our site that'll just get the job done, but if you're going to detail your whole car or whatnot, I definitely consider finding one of these larger, higher quality microfibers. I have scissors there, and that's only to cut the fishing line that I also have out. And then I have some painter's tape. Probably not good to get sand all over it, but we have that to kind of mark the location of where the original OEM emblem was, so that we can quickly realign our new emblem. I also have this miniature heat gun. I think it only uses like 300 watts max. I do have it hooked up to the accessory AC power here because that can withstand 400 watts. Now, if this emblem does not come off nice and easily, I will be warming it up, adding minimal amounts of heat, and then trying to get that off and see what I can do. I may have to go back inside and get some of our adhesive remover, depending on how cleanly or how badly this comes off. If it leaves a bunch of adhesive 3M, I'm gonna have to clean this area off before mounting the new one. So let me get this onto a camera mount so I can actually get in there, get hands on. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is be very liberal and just spray down this area, cleaning it all off. We have a vape shop next to us, or a couple properties down, so I'm sure it's some guy in a Subaru or something right now. Alright, so we've got that all nice and clean. Basically anywhere we might touch, get our hands dirty, get the emblem dirty, anything that could possibly get dirty. Let me put this right back here. Now it is 90 degrees here. Whew. So just turned 11 o'clock, it's 90 degrees. Alright, so I am going to get this fishing line. We're using 20-pound line here. We might put this on the website because I know it just kind of sucks when you don't have the tools to do a job. So we're going to kind of use this like floss. I can feel it getting into the tail, no problem. Let's try to get under the legs. If you are in a colder environment, definitely turn your vehicle into the sun, let it heat up. I am really hot right now. So this emblem is doing okay. We might have to add a little bit of heat. Let's saw it back and forth and see what we got here. Okay, so I'm like midway through the body, making sure that I hook the fishing line back under the mane. Those sharp points right there. We're just a few seconds away from figuring out whether or not we're going to need adhesive remover or Goo Gone. You know what I didn't do? This is why you should kind of watch my videos completely before going at them. Is marking off the location of this emblem. As it started to move, I started to realize, wow, I have not done that. So I'll put this mark at the bottom of the feet, the hooves. I will put one, there's bugs everywhere, at the back of the tail. Now I'm not putting it under, I'm going to put it just a little bit off. I want to give myself some room for error when reinstalling that new one. If I could space it like a millimeter off of each part, that would help me align it. And I'll just put the new one, a millimeter, inside of this little box that I'm creating. Alright, so pretty equidistant off of all the features except the bottom one. I mean, I could move that down a little, but we'll just remember that that's pretty much resting on that piece of tape on the bottom. Alright, let's finish this up. So look at all of that 3M we have. Well, would you look at that? Look at all that 3M. Get in here, we'll just kind of pick it off. And this is where you might consider using some more heat if you have not already. If you didn't know, in order to get that AC outlet working on your vehicle, you will have to start it. Just what I needed, more heat. Like 90 degrees outside isn't enough heat. If I can keep it all in one piece, great. If not, so be it. Actually looks like this heat is making it come off a little bit more cleaner. Alright, so now I am applying some of our rapid removal spray onto the emblem. I'm making sure that it doesn't bleed off into other areas, although I have been a little bit liberal with it. So the directions here say spray onto the glue residue and let it stand 60 seconds, but not longer than 120 seconds. I will come back and use that detailer and a clean portion of our towel to clean the rest of this off. This microfiber will have to go directly into the wash after this. Just gonna use my nail to gently agitate the adhesive. Try not to dig into the paint. Stay right at the surface. It's kind of just melting away, and that's the point of it. If you guys do get our removal fluid, just realize we can't ship that air, it has to ship ground. It is slightly flammable enough that it shouldn't be transported on a plane in a shipment. See if I can come back with a little detail spray. First I'm going to clean off all the areas that I got overspray that I didn't want to touch to begin with. Alright, so what I continued to do was spray microfiber cloth until all the residue was removed. If you don't want to kind of probably almost ruin your microfiber and get adhesive and adhesive remover all over it, you can switch to a plain paper towel. So just FYI. Alright, now let's take our genuine OEM part. We will take it out of the bag. Take the backing off. Now some manufacturers actually come with templates so that you can realign these, but Ford does not. So remember the hooves at the bottom were almost touching, and then everything had about a millimeter standoff everywhere else, so that'll help us pitch the angle correctly. We'll just push down firmly. Alright, so it was actually so hot that the camera overheated, so I had to stop the video, get back in the car, turn the AC on, cool it down, but we stopped at the point where we were just pushing it down firmly since we had already gotten that alignment back properly. Everything else is already clean, so we're just going to take that painter's tape off. Now that adhesive remover did leave a little bit of residue from the painter's tape. Usually painter's tape doesn't leave any residue. So we'll go back up, clean those areas, and we should be done. Thank you guys for always supporting us. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Go ahead, jump on our website, grab one of these, put them in your cart. Thanks a lot.